Just walking.
我这开走了啦。
Okay, I will just stop here and start the tutorial. Today's live tutorial is about editing two camera angles in Premiere Pro. This is one of the questions that my participant asked me over email. Hey Adrian, I have two cameras recording at different angles of a seminar. How do I put them together in an editing software, right? As in intercut with each other. I'm sure most of us want to record videos with two cameras at the same time, especially interviews. Okay, well, maybe a wide shot and a close-up shot. Right, so in this tutorial, I will show you how to edit two camera angles in Premiere Pro. You can use most other editing software, but I'll be using Premiere Pro to demonstrate. Now, just to take note, Premiere Pro has got advanced feature to help us edit multi-cameras. All right, it's got multi-camera editing feature as well as audio synchronizing feature, but I will not be using them because I'll be showing you the most basic way to edit just two camera angles shot simultaneously. Okay, why am I doing this? Because after knowing how to do it the basic way, you can use any other software to do it if you don't have Premiere Pro. Okay, so shall we begin? Anyway, before we begin, it would be great if you can subscribe, find the subscribe button and subscribe to my live videography and video editing tutorials, okay, or training, and I'll be most grateful, right? So look for the subscribe button somewhere in this YouTube channel. Now, let's begin. As usual, let's turn off the title. Bing! Okay, it's off. What you are looking at right now is Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2018. Don't be intimidated by all these features. Basically, most editing software have all these features inside. If you are uncomfortable with editing, just look up my channel or look up my website. I have training courses to get you started with video editing. So now this is not for basic users. This is not for beginners, or rather, this is not for anyone who doesn't know video editing. This is for someone who already knows basic video editing, right? So let's begin. Let me begin by switching off the timeline that I've created. Let's start from fresh. Okay. Now, I have two footage. Okay, inside my bin here, I have several footage, but basically there's two footages that I want to edit together, and these two footage are shot at the same time on location, right? Shot from different cameras and at the same time in the same location. So to begin with, let me show you what are the two footages. Okay, the first one is shot with a GoPro. Okay, let's take a look at this in the source monitor. Okay, just go through. It's only about less than a minute long. This is shot with the GoPro. Wait, one more time. Let me play from the beginning. Okay, this is the beginning. Okay, you can hear someone say, "Oh my God!" Okay, that's my daughter. That's my daughter, right? We were in Taiwan having a good time here, and I have two daughters. One of them is holding the GoPro, and the other one is holding a Samsung NX500. Okay, now I'll show you the second daughter's camera footage. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Now, the second daughter is holding a Samsung NX500 doing a mid shot of me. The earlier footage you saw was a wide shot of the location and me, okay, shot by my elder daughter. Okay, so this is my younger daughter's footage shot with the Samsung NX500 playback. By the way, that's me, okay? That's me walking on the railway track. So my daughters are shooting me. My daughters are shooting me, shooting. Okay, I'm holding my smartphone, shooting the train. Okay, so the whole idea now is I want to show this footage intercut between each other, okay, between the GoPro and the Samsung. Okay, so how do we go about it? Imagine this is your own footage. Imagine this is a seminar. One of them is a wide shot and the other one is a mid shot or close-up shot, right? So okay, remember I'm going to show you the most basic method. There are many ways we can do this. Okay, but I'm going to show you the basic method, which is not one of my favorite method, but if you want to see my favorite method, I will do another tutorial for that. This basic way is just to let you understand how to do it in a video editing software. So let's not waste any time. The first step number 1, is to put your main footage into the timeline. Okay, there are two camera footage. One of them should be the main one, right? I'm going to drag and drop the main one. In my case, the GoPro is the main footage. How do you decide which is the main footage? The main one is usually the one where the better sound is connected. The microphone is connected to the speaker. All right. The one that is not the main footage is usually the side footage or the B-roll. Okay, now inside my timeline is the main footage. That's our GoPro footage. Okay, playback. Okay, pause. All right, so this is the main footage. I can scrub across it. Then step number two, drag the second footage into the timeline, okay, or the B-roll footage into the timeline. But this time, be careful, don't put them on the same track, do not overlap, but put them on track 2, layer 2, okay, as such, right? Drop it. Okay, so on the timeline, you will see camera angle number 1 and camera angle number 2. Okay, just to let you watch camera angle number 2, I will drag this out a little bit and put my playhead here and playback. Okay, so just pause here and I just scrub across it. Yep. Okay, camera angle number 1 and camera angle number 2 are both shot at the same time with two different cameras. Okay, so they are shot at the same time and I want to edit into a footage where I intercut between the two. So here comes step number 3. I'm going to synchronize the two camera footage. Okay, step number 3, synchronize the two camera footage. How do we do that? We are going to use the audio audio to synchronize them. Okay, if you've been watching other people's tutorial, they will say, hey, in the beginning of the video, let's do a clap, so that we will use that as the reference point. Okay, I would say rubbish, rubbish, don't listen to them. You can only do that if you're in Hollywood, right? But for the rest of us, we are shooting seminar in a public place, and we don't want to disrupt the surrounding by doing a loud clap, right? Okay, there's other ways of doing it. Please don't just clap in public places. Now, in Hollywood, they do a clap or use a clapper board to do a clap so that there's a reference. But in real life, there are other sounds that you can use as a reference. So now let's take a look. We just synchronized the two clips. We just overlay the two clips on top of each other, one in track 1 and the other one in track 2. So let me increase my track 2 so you can see it. Let me just increase my track size so that we can see what we are doing. And now I'm going to increase the size of my track 2 audio. Okay, so take a closer look. Let me magnify it. Okay, take a closer look. If I put them to start at the same time, let's listen to what you get. Okay, you don't hear much because this is just a sound of a train. They sound almost alike. But if you look at the waveform, okay, the two cameras didn't start at the same time. The Samsung started later. But if you look carefully at the waveform, there is a similarity. You see two spikes over here, and then there's two spikes over here. You see one spike here and one spike here. Most likely they are the same. Okay, so I'm going to drag the track 2 to synchronize them. Now can you see the pattern? Okay, the two spikes over here and the two spikes on track 2. Once again, do you see the two spikes on track 1 and two spikes on track 2? And if you see carefully, there's a spike here, and on track 2 there's a spike. So let's put my playhead on this 2, and I'm going to zoom in further by expanding the scroll bar. Okay, right. So the peak over here should be synchronized with this peak. So I'm going to move the bottom layer. Okay, let me turn off my magnet first. Okay, I'm going to move the bottom layer so that this peak synchronizes with this peak and this peak synchronizes with this peak. Let's listen. This is the peak where the train passes by me. Okay, this is me, right? The one in the black jacket. Let's play back. You hear? Chuk, chuk. Okay, that's where the sound comes from. Alright. If I intentionally make them unsynchronized, you will hear them twice, one from the first footage and one from the second footage. Play back. One more time. Right? You hear that? And then the train will go. Pring. Okay. So let's synchronize them again. This peak synchronized with this peak a little bit more. Okay, so these two peaks are synchronized. Let's listen. Right, and you can see this. You compare track 1's waveform with track 2's waveform. They look almost similar. There's a peak here and there's a peak here. Okay, don't be confused by these are okay. For those who don't know what I'm looking at, I'm looking at the audio waveform. You see, audio waveform looks like mountains and valleys. Okay, the first you see 4 audio waveforms here. The first one is the left and right channel from camera 1. The second one, camera 2, left and right channel. Okay, the higher peak, the mountains are louder sounds. The valleys are lower volume sounds. Okay, so let me expand it again, magnify, and you can see the rest. Okay, some peaks have no audio, so don't worry, there's another one here. Okay, it's automatically saving. Okay, there's another peak here. Let's listen. Okay, good. Good, so I got the peak correct. Now, if these videos were people talking, it'll be so much easier, right? It'll be so much easier. Okay, so take some time to tweak the two. If you are using Premiere Pro, it's very easy. Select the two audio, right click on any of them. Don't right click, sorry, to make it easier. Select the two audios, go to clip in the main menu, and then select synchronize. Okay, and choose audio. Alright, and press OK. But for this demo, I will not be using this. Okay, we just did a manual synchronizing. Okay, manual synchronizing. Okay, let me reduce the size again. And if you don't understand what I'm doing, just leave in the comments below. I will use another software to do a demo for you to see, right? But let me continue if you understand. Right, so we have synchronized the two footage. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, right now, the second footage is on top of the first footage. One more time. The second footage is on top of the first footage. Okay, whatever is on top will cover whatever is below. So for the rest of the video, you will only see the second footage, and that's not what I want. I want the footage to intercut between the two. Okay, let me show you what I mean. Okay, before that, I want to see footage number 1 first, angle number 1. Then I want to cut to angle number 2. Then I want to cut back to angle number 1 again. Then back to number 2. Okay, just so on and so forth. That's what you see in TV most of the time, right? So that brings us to step number 4. Let's do our intercutting. How do I say it? Step number 4, let's intercut our footage. Okay, so now we have to be careful. We have synchronized the two video. We must be careful not to move any one of them. Okay, I'm going to turn on my magnet in Premiere Pro. You must be careful not to move any one of them. They must stay where they are. They must stay where they are, right? So now I'm going to decide where to intercut. Let's play back. Okay, this is the first footage. Okay, cut to me. Okay, I don't want to show me so early. I'm going to trim it. Let's trim it. Okay, I trim a lot because I want to see at which point I want to cut from the first footage. Now again, be careful when you're trimming. Do not move the footage. Okay, always check your synchronized audio. They must still be synchronized between track 1 and track 2. Okay, let's continue from here. Okay, good. the camera was panning slowly from left to right, and then you reveal this guy in black here, and then the camera stays there, right? Not pause, the camera stays there. I want to switch to camera 2, the close-up of this guy, when camera 1 stays there. So let me bring the playhead back. Okay, to find exactly the spot where the camera stops moving. Okay, the camera stops panning here. This is the part I want to switch to camera 2. Okay, so I'm going to untrim the camera 2 once again. Back to this point. Again, careful not to shift the camera 2, but just untrim it. Okay, so let's play back and watch from here. Right. Okay, so for camera 2, I just want to show 5 seconds and not too long. So let's see, 5 seconds. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5. Okay, 5 seconds. It's not too long. So I will switch back to camera 1 from here. Okay, how do I do that? I will have to split camera angle 2. Okay, where's a split function? A split function is a razor blade over here, and I come to camera 2 and do a split. Okay, now it splits. Now let me switch back to our regular selection tool, and then I'll trim the split portion away. Again, careful. Oh, you see me walking away? Okay, I want that part where I walk away. Okay, never mind. Let me shift it away first. Okay, now let's play back from this point and see how the effect looks like.
Oh my god.
Okay, now you see this guy? Okay, close up of this guy, and then back to the wide shot, camera angle 1, and this guy starts walking. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 3 steps. He walks. Let him step into the rocks. Okay, once he step into the rock, I want to switch to camera 2. Okay, camera angle 2. Okay, so I go back to track 2 and untrim camera angle 2. There you go. Let's see. Let's play from here. No, a bit too soon. Okay, let me start from here. Okay. Okay. Oops, the train is out of view. Okay, from here I want to switch back to camera 1 before the train goes out. So somewhere here, right? I'll go back to my razor blade, do a split, switch back to selection tool, come back and trim this. Okay, let's see how it looks like from here. Alright, switch back so you can see the full view of me walking into the middle of the track.
That's not chasing.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I think I don't want this footage. This one is a bit, I prefer to remain as the big one. Anyway, so I will delete the rest of the footage because this is a very simple demo. And I'll stop when my daughter says that's not chasing.
That's not chasing.
Okay, because I told her film me chasing the train. Instead, she saw me walking. So I don't want to end, I will trim away the rest. Okay, this is just a very simple demo of how you edit two different camera angles. Okay, the very basic way of doing it. Again, remember, this is not my favorite way. I have another favorite way of editing two camera angles, because this question is posed by a few people and they all use different video editing software. And this is the most basic way of doing it with different video editing software, right? So let's play back. Okay, you're watching camera angle number 1, the wide shot. Okay, now you're watching camera angle number 2, mid shot. Back to camera angle number 1, camera angle number 2, camera angle number 1. Okay, do you see that?
That's not chasing.
Yep, that's not chasing. Okay, so that's it. That's it. Okay, this is a very short video clip, and usually when it comes to seminar, you can have a 1 hour long of footage. Okay, 2 camera footage with 1 hour long at different angles. So you'll be repeating this process. Okay, splitting and trimming to match each other, right? Okay, split and trim at a point that is meaningful for the viewer. Okay, so let's see. Actually, the demo right here is sort of complete. The next is to export the video. Okay, I won't be showing it you here. I would expect you to know how to export the video. If you don't know, again, go to my website videolane.com and look at one of the courses. Okay, one of the basic video editing courses, right? And from here, I would say, if you like this video, okay, I would like to go live and do more of these tutorials. All right, and so if you enjoy watching me doing live tutorials, feel free to subscribe, feel free to leave a comment or questions. Okay, so this is Adrian Lee from videolane.com. See you in the next video.